don't know what kind of asshole would do something like that.
It's fucking rude, man. But whatever. Hey guys, welcome back to Monkey Business Podcast, episode 4. We got me on the mic. We got Jay. We got Matt. We got another buddy of ours. Got a guest tonight.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah, we got Scott on the mic. Good buddy of ours. It's been a little bit since we've recorded one of these, but that's besides the point.
Monkey Business back in action.
Monkey Business is back in action in full throttle, baby. Unless we change the name, then whatever we change the name to is in full throttle. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're back in it, and what better way to start the comeback than with a guest of one of our best buds.
The best guest.
The best guest? Oh, Luis is going to be mad about that.
Well,
I disagree.
You disagree? You think Luis is going to be a better guest?
Luis is going to be the best guest.
If we peaked at episode 2, we have no future. We have no future as a channel. No offense, Luis. I'm sorry for you editing this. He's gonna put in words on the screen like "fuck you, Jay."
Do you have the tier list?
Oh, the tier list isn't out yet. No, let's not talk too much about that.
Yeah, we can't talk about that. That's under the wraps.
That's not out yet. We still gotta finish that.
Shit.
Would you guys be down to finish that tonight?
Sure.
Drag Luis in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do a big day of recording. But yeah, basically we're just kind of we just wanted to record another podcast. We want to get back into it. We just want to get things going. So Matt, how have you been lately, man?
I've been pretty good.
In the past 2 months since we've uploaded.
Oh wow.
It's pretty much been 2 months, dude.
My Lord.
It has been pretty much 2 months.
A lot of stuff has happened in that time. So many detailed stories I could tell. But we'll save them for a little bit into it. But most exciting thing recently I went to go see Resident Evil with a certain someone and someone else.
Don't get me started on that, man. That movie fucking sucked, dude.
Really, it was dog shit. Like I said,
that movie was awful. I mean, I at least had fun watching it. I don't want to stay on this too long.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon. Is that the name? Welcome to Raccoon City? I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Resident Evil to me. The new Resident Evil movie sucks ass. Don't watch it. It sucks. We went to go see it. I had to spend $40 in the theater buying snacks. Don't go to the theater we went to. I'm not going to say what theater. It was a nice theater, actually. But they scout.
Seats look good.
Dude, they were actually really nice seats, Scott. Like, honestly, when you come hang out, we should go see a movie. We'll go see, like, Medea 17.
Hell yeah. Medea.
You know, if you listen to this podcast, Scott, you know we love Medea.
Hello.
Hello. I love me some Tyler Perry. But no, dude, this movie theater. All right, so me, Matt, and our other buddy Raylon, we went to go see Resident Evil, and it was like 8 o'clock. It was like 6:30, right?
Yeah.
It was 6:30, and we went to go see the movie. None of us had eaten at all throughout the whole day, so we're hungry as fuck walking into the theater. And as I walked in first because I ordered my tickets first. I walked up to the woman, I got my ticket. I walked in first before Matt and Raylon did. They were outside getting their ticket. So I walk in, and I see they have like these pizzas, like these little Pizza Hut pan pizzas. That's what it was, a Pizza Hut pan pizza. I was just like, fuck, I'm hungry. Pizza Hut will be good as fuck right now. So I go up to it. I grab like a pepperoni one, just a regular pepperoni one. And then Raylon comes up behind me, our other buddy Raylon comes up behind me, and he's like, taps me on the shoulder. He's like, yo, you gonna get that? And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna get this shit. He's like, you gonna share? And I'm like, I guess, sure.
I don't want
That's
to.
the only
but
reason I shared that, by the way, Matt, was because he asked and I said yes. But I'm like, sure, I'll share. So I get that, and I get like a bottled Coke, like a regular bottle of Coke. That shit was like, how much was it? Like, it's either like, it was around like $20. It was expensive as fuck, dude. I could have bought a goddamn. I'm so mad about it. Like, I'm genuinely upset about that, Matt. Like, still to this day, I've not recovered financially from that purchase.
Chips, yeah. I remember
movie theater's
walking
horrible.
in and seeing you get the pizza. I was just like, what the fuck? They got pizzas now? I was like, hell yeah, we can all share. Because I thought you got it for all of us. I thought it was going to be like a bunch of slices in it. I was
No,
like,
it's just
hell
4.
yeah.
It's a tiny ass pizza, like literally
Very
a pan
tiny
pizza.
pizza.
You remember? Do you guys remember like when like you do shit in like elementary school and they give you like a free pizza coupon for Pizza Hut or like Pizza
Yeah.
Inn or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally that pizza. It was like probably smaller than that pizza, honestly. But it was a good fucking pizza though. That shit was actually legitimately
It was
good.
good.
That was the best Pizza Hut pizza I've had in like 9 years, honestly. That's not even a joke. That
You
shit was actually
salivating.
legitimately good. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say about the movie. Besides, it was dog shit. Leon was ruined. All the characters were shit. The movie itself sucked. Bad CGI.
Yeah, just don't see that movie,
But
folks.
The movie sucked.
Was the main girl in it? Me.
Like Jill.
Who, Jill? Yeah.
Jill's in it.
It was like
She.
it was not a part of the older movies.
Oh no, it's like. It's pretty much Resident Evil 1 and 2, the game, as a movie, but combined
Oh, okay.
to be in the same movie. Which doesn't make sense because those two events happen like, I think 1 or 2 months apart from each other, right? Is it 2
Yeah,
months
there's some
apart from
time
each
in
other?
between them.
I know it's no more than 3 months. I don't know. They combined it to be in the same night. All the characters sucked. They forced in a Jill sandwich joke, and I oh my god, I remember Luis spoiled that like line for me on Twitter, and once that line came up, I looked at you and you were like coiled into a ball in your seat. You're like, oh my fucking god.
It was so bad. They were itching to use that line. It was less than 15 minutes in. You know, they're
know.
so happy.
I know. I remember both of us were like, is that supposed to be Jill? Because like the guy said, they were like, oh, this is Wesker. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a Wesker? Okay, is this supposed to be Jill then? And they're at like a diner, like just chilling, eating burgers and like, what were they eating?
Yeah.
Well, some sandwich apparently. And it's just like, well, that's supposed to be Jill, right? And then it's just like, it's Jill. Oh my god, they got everything wrong. I think we're all big fans about Resident Evil here right now.
Yeah.
And that movie just fucking hit me in a lot of bad ways.
Another flop.
I don't want to. It was a flop. Dude, there were so many people in the theater though.
Yeah.
The theater was full.
I was not expecting people to go to see that movie, especially in the place that I live. Like I was expecting an empty theater, honestly.
I was too. But there was one funny thing about the movie experience.
Oh, the thing, the Rayon
D?
thing. He told me
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. Tell about that.
I forgot when he presented it to me. Rayon gave me an
It was when
star.
we were like, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Just yeah, go ahead.
But Raylan gave me an odds eye, and it's just like, odds are you scream, this is dog shit if you don't like the movie at the end of the movie. And I forgot the numbers. What was it out of? Probably like 5 or something.
Either 5 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, but I lost.
Do we need to explain
Yeah,
odds
wow.
are though? Just in case people
Have
don't
we?
understand what have we explained odds are already?
Sure.
Well,
surely
let's just do
unless
it
we
real
talk
quick.
It's
about
fun,
it.
everybody. But
Yeah, we've definitely
You gotta
talked
keep
about
going.
odds are.
say goodbye, Scott.
All right, so basically it's like it's like a dare
See y'all
game
later.
where like you ask someone like odds are you do this. It can be anything. Like Raylon said, odds are you yell out this movie's dog shit if you don't like it. And the person who is asked odds are gets to pick a number. It's either 1 out of 100. That's the way we play. 1 out of 100. You pick a number out of that. And whatever the person who picks the first number out of, the person who asked the question, they both have to guess in between those two numbers from 1 to whatever number is decided. So if the person who says odds are or picks the number to guess from is like 10, then the person who asked the odds are and the person who is getting the odds thrown at them have to guess out of 10. And if they both pick the same number, then the person who is asked to do the odds has to do it. If they both pick different numbers, then you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But if it's a 2, it's a 50-50. If you both get the same number, if you say odds are out of 2 for whatever the bet is, and you both say the same number, then the person who is asked to do the odds has to do it. And if you both pick a different number out of 2, like say they're both different, then the person who asked the odds has to do it. Does that make sense? Did I explain that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, me and Raylon I did out of 5, most likely. Because I like betting low. Especially for something like that. So inconsequential. But I lost. Nuts, we guessed the same number. You seen him. Sprunkly.
That's true, actually. I have seen your nuts. I've seen Scott's nuts, too.
We're not going to talk about the nut story.
Oh, why not? What if I want to talk about that right now, man?
What if I
want to talk about your nuts on the podcast?
No.
Scott, can I talk about your nuts on the podcast?
They already know I came under the bed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I know a lot more about your cum.
Go ahead and talk about my nuts, I guess.
Let's just end this conversation real quick. Let's get through with this part.
So, I lost at the end of the movie. JJ like tapped me on the shoulder. He was just like, "Hey, let me walk away first before you do this." I was just like, "Okay, I understand." And he started walking off. I started getting up to leave, and I just screamed, that was dog shit."
Like loud as fuck. I was like at the exit door, and I heard him scream it, practically.
And some other guy at like the back of the theater was just like, "No cap."
I thought they were saying like, I didn't hear what they said, but I thought they were just being like, "Come on, man," because there were kids in the theater. Like someone brought like their 2-year-old daughter to go watch the fucking Resident Evil movie, and the fucking kid shit halfway through. It smelled like shit the whole theater because the mom wouldn't take him to go change the diaper. I remember I was like, God, Matt must have fucking shit real hard, or maybe Raylon did. I was like, I don't know, maybe my clothes stink or something. I don't know what's going on. It just smelled like shit throughout the whole movie. And eventually I just looked over and I was like, it's gotta be the kid, right? And then I saw the mom pick up the kid and just walk out. And I was like, yeah, that has to be. And that was like late into the movie. Like the movie was about to end.
A little cockroach.
It was. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Fucking roach baby.
Fucking roach baby. Did you guys know
brood mother, dude?
Did you guys know Japan censors cockroaches in media?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why they do it. They just like in like shows and games and manga, blah blah blah. They just censor cockroaches. I don't know why the fuck they do it. I really don't.
Cockroaches are apparently as gross as cock and vagina.
Yeah. A human penis is on the same level as a cockroach.
Yeah, it's weird.
But with that being said, Scott, how have you been recently, man? What's been going on with you, partner?
Not much, you know. Smacking the ween.
Smacking the ween, yeah, baby.
Yanking the hog, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know.
I prefer to say smacking the ween's pretty good. Smacking the ween's pretty good.
You know, hitting the DoorDash real fast.
Hitting the DoorDash.
We talk about cocks in like
what does that
every
mean,
podcast.
bro? You've been doing hit and runs, bro?
Are you killing folk?
Even running into lone women's houses and smacking and dashing.
Yeah,
I'm playing Dine and Dash with his penis.
Yeah, you know, in the hood, you know, it's hard to stay out of the gangs.
In the
And
hood,
Bloods or the
motherfucker.
Crips.
You
don't live in the
So
hood.
I'll be out there hustling, doing gang shit.
Gang banging? He be banging. Be banging.
Well, banging.
He be getting banged.
You know, maybe a little bit.
All right.
Hold on, we got
Scott,
Scott's inside story.
Yeah, what's going? What you be banging? Who's banging you? Wait, what is happening? Scott.
What?
Who's banging you? Who the fuck is fucking you?
Who's banging? You know, you're on the streets. You're sucking and fucking.
What are you talking about?
What?
He has a gay brother. He has a gay brother. It's all connected.
No. His brother's not gay.
My brother's not gay.
I would
am I
not be
thinking of?
surprised if your brother was gay. Though. You're thinking of. All right, I can't say names. Names.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking of. Okay.
I can't say names. You're thinking of
maybe Brandon.
Yeah, thinking of Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care if we say Brandon's name.
Well, yeah, bro.
What are y'all talking? Wait, what are y'all talking about earlier? With, like Brandon having shit on his feet.
Scott, you got this. You know him better.
Well, he went on a like a hiking trip, and you know when you're hiking and shit, like you gotta go to the bathroom. You just like squat and do it. You know, you bury it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, I guess he was out in the woods or something, and he goes to squat and to like take a shit, and it all lands on his feet.
His bare feet or his shoes?
On his shoes, on his socks, all over.
How you missed that hard?
Yeah, so he's just like shitting in the woods. He shit on himself.
Oh, Lord.
That
boy has some weird stories. He always got something weird coming out of his mouth.
He took a shit on the
podcast.
Took a shit on the beach and like a Snapchat. And I get like a Snapchat from him, and it's just like a beach, and it slowly zooms in, and it's like it's his shit that he left on the beach.
Oh, I've seen that video. I remember that. I remember it was just like a video of him walking like in the sand, and then he just like, oh look, and it's doo-doo, and he's like, that was for me. I remember that shit.
Motherfucker's insane.
Oh yeah.
This dude is fucking crazy, bro. Racist.
Australian people, am I right?
Oh, I fucking hate Australian people. If you're from Australia and you listen to Monkey Business, we love you very much. But you're cool. You're one of the cool ones. But other than that,
we
no.
don't discriminate. You're permitted to watch Monkey Business, but you're not permitted to interact with us at all.
Yeah, do not. If you see us anywhere, anywhere, no, we will block you on Twitter, social medias, anything. You just have access to the content we make.
Yeah,
Give us your money.
Separate but equal.
Hey Scott,
what? What's up?
What's a funny school story? Tell me a funny school story.
What like
just any?
Okay.
Just any story.
So in school, there was, I'll like change everyone's names, but
I don't think these people involved would really care if it's who I think. Yeah, go ahead. You can change names. I'm sorry. Please cut that out. My part.
I love you, Luis.
Don't
Let's
cut
just
that
make
out.
this a living hell for Luis. You guys just want to start saying stupid shit, so he has to cut it all out.
Let me tell the story. You're giving him more to edit.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. How about this? Let's not censor names, but Luis has to bleep them.
Okay, fine. He's got to bleep.
No. We're
Nah.
not doing that to him. He'll never edit this podcast. He'll never
No
get
way.
it done. That'd be funny though.
I'll
All right, you can
send
change names.
you won't really notice for this one, but yeah. All right. So we're in school. This is like junior sophomore year, high school.
Yeah.
I think it was junior. And there's this really nerdy kid. I mean, like, you know Dwight from The Office?
I've never watched The Office, but I think I know who that is.
Like,
all those white
Yeah, I
girls
know
from
him, I
Tinder.
glasses, like, flip phone on the belt, like, jeans, fucking, yeah, just, like, the whole deal. And he was kind of like an asshole as well. But anyways, like, we were in like biology class, and we're putting like a this skeleton of like a deer or something together, or a moose or something. And we're like putting it together, and prom's coming up, right? So, you know, people are like asking each other and shit. And he goes up to this one chick, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go to prom?" And she rejects him. And like as she turns away, as she's turning away, like he's pretty pissed, and like as she's turning away, he picks one of the bones up and throws it at her head and hits her in the head.
Oh my fucking god! Wait, what? Wait.
And he
Bunga.
he hits her in the head with a bone, a fucking animal bone, like a
Wait, it hit? Like
Yeah,
is
it
like
hit.
An actual bone?
yes, an actual
what?
like
What's the size? Like how big? Was he throwing like a femur?
like the arm, like the elbow one. I don't know why I'm like forgetting it, but it's like the femur but like on the arm.
Yes.
So, okay. It's like part of
Is
an
it
arm.
big bone or not?
Oh yeah, big bone, like
Super big bone.
a foot and a half.
Damn.
Jesus Christ! Why would
Foot
you
and a half,
throw
like,
that bone? That's
It's
someone's head.
as thick as your wrist ish, kind of.
That's a fucking. It's a real bone, right?
Yeah, it was a real bone. Like we
Just getting chucked at someone's head like a fucking.
like the
This
animal
motherfucker turned into
died.
like Link from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like the animal died, and we like cleaned the bones and everything, like the professional kind of way, like stuff like that.
So y'all were
So
like
it-
Lego crafting it back together.
yeah. So it was like
Yeah.
it was like fresh. So it was dense, you know. He hits her in the head. She like she cries or whatever. Like tells the teacher. tells the teacher.
I cried
Pussy.
too.
What a pussy.
tells the teacher. He pretty much gets like a slap on the wrist. He doesn't get suspended or anything.
He didn't get sent to the principal office for
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
someone
yeah.
with a
He
bone.
got sent to the
Bro.
principal office, but
I remember
He
these
didn't-
kids got like suspended at one time, like in elementary school, just for like one guy hit someone in the shoulder and they got suspended for 2 weeks. At my school, this dude threw a fucking like a bone. This man went
Yeah.
caveman on him. He just
Yeah.
probably got detention for a day.
you know, and we didn't have detention, so
Fucking bitch deserved it.
he was back in school the next day,
Fucking
He had to
bone
live with the
offender.
guilt.
and
That's what they said. Live with the guilt.
and one day, right, we're in the computer lab, and he's got a coffee this time.
Oh no.
So he, so the nerdy kid, he's got the bone boy. Bone boy has his coffee, and he's like sipping on it. My friend goes to like sit next to him, and they're like doing their assignment or whatever. My friend leans to the opposite side of the table, and sneezes into his arm, you know. And the bone boy grabs his coffee and he sprints to the trash can and throws it out. And he comes back to my friend and he's like next time when you do that well away from my coffee.
Wait. What? Wait, what?
What a fucking nerd.
Wait. So how far away was the friend sneezing?
It's like
Like he
it's
had,
like a two
like
a
he was
two-per-
trying to sneeze away, right?
a 2-person desk, and he like leaned
Yeah.
on the opposite side of
And,
where
and where was
bone
the coffee? Was the coffee like in the middle of the desk, or
the coffee
maybe
was
the left side, like the
coffee-
side where the like furthest away from the friend?
The coffee was
Yours?
on the side furthest away, so like on the
So it was
side
close
of
to Dwight.
It was closest to Dwight. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Hey, you know, germs travel, man. Air is
Opposite
very
side,
fast.
opposite side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Who the
"You do
fuck
that."
chills in high school with a coffee on their desk?
And he fuck.
Yeah, what
What
the?
the
Yeah.
fuck is going
And
on?
he picks that shit up and he fucking runs to the trash can, like it's like it's got the plague or some shit.
Yeah, the
I'm-
black plague in his hands.
Jeez.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
dude.
man. Did I ever this is a very short story. Did I ever tell you guys about the big fight in my high school?
I don't think so.
It's not like
No.
it's a very quick story, but like I remember one time, I think it had to have been ninth grade, because I don't think it was ninth grade. I got to school really early one day, and like class hadn't started or anything, so I was just like, okay, I'll go to breakfast, I'll get some food, because I was just like, I'm at school early, I don't need to go to class yet, I'll just go get some food to eat. None of my friends were at school yet or nothing, so I was just like, yeah, go get some food. So I go to the cafeteria, the outside cafeteria. We had one cafeteria that was outside and one inside. The inside cafeteria had a door that led to the outside cafeteria, and it had a bunch of windows where you could see inside of the inside cafeteria or outside to the outside cafeteria. So I'm at the outside cafeteria. I'm like waiting in line, trying to get my, I don't know, breadsticks and fucking shitty cinnamon juice. I don't know.
Abba juice.
Oh,
Cinnamon
dude.
juice.
No, I was always an orange juice kid when it came to school lunches. I did not like the apple juice that my school gave. And, like, the milk they had, the milk was disgusting. That wasn't milk. That wasn't even, like,
Same.
boxed milk. It's
White
gross.
substance.
Did you guys ever, like, have the milk that was super thick and chunky where it was, like, syrupy, where you could, like, pour it out and then pour it back in instantly?
No.
I've had, like,
Oh,
I have seen
no.
that shit
Oh
in
yeah,
real life.
yeah. We had that.
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like, it's like gooey. It's like glue. You can like pour it out and it starts to leak out, and then you can like flip it back up and it sucks back in.
It is weird.
What the
It's so gross. And it's like they expect you to drink that shit? No, dog. Fuck that.
Giving y'all ectoplasm.
Bro, it is a million times cheaper to get water, like a small water bottle. Give me water.
Oh yeah, it was gross.
But nevertheless, I'm chilling there. I'm waiting in line. And I'm just chilling, and I look to my left, and I see the people in the. All right, so the left side is where the inside cafeteria mirrors or like windows were. So I look to my left. I see a lot of people moving. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what's going on in there? And then as I'm looking, I'm just seeing chairs like being flipped over. And there weren't chairs in the cafeteria. I don't know what the fuck was going on. There were just chairs. Someone brought chairs. They're flipping them. I saw people jumping. I saw people on tables. People just like heard screaming and hollering. I was like, what the fuck is happening in there? So I like naturally walk up and I start looking and see what's going on. And like it's like a group of like either 30, 60. It was a lot of people. It was a big fucking fight.
Fuck.
And like these people are all going ham, and like two principals come in trying to cut it up, like two fat ass white principals, like not body shaming, but it's like I'm not fit either, but I could not stop 30 or 40 people fighting. Like, what do you expect? These people are all beating each other's ass, and shit's going down. Chairs are flying. People are getting thrown around. Someone hit the window and they didn't bust a window out. They like got pushed up a window. And it was like, if they got hit any harder, that shit would have broken. I remember that shit happening, like, right next to me. And shit was going crazy. And then, like, I remember they had, like, lockdown. You know, lockdowns when, like, the school shooter drills would happen. Like, the lockdowns you have to go under.
Yeah.
They have that when there's big fights like that, too.
Yeah, that's what happened. They were like, lockdown, go to homeroom immediately. And I'm just like, I ain't even got my fucking cinnamon sticks, so I'm still waiting in line to get my food.
Pissed off.
Like, I'm trying to eat. I get my food, then I go to homeroom. Because it was there was another building that the cafeteria wasn't connected to where my homeroom was. So I was like, oh, this doesn't involve me. So I got my food. I was still watching them deal with people through the windows. And lunch ladies understood. They were just like, whatever, it's early. But come to find out, like, later on after we get to homeroom, like, it might have been like a couple days later when I actually found out what it was. I can't remember. It's been like 4 or 5 years at this point since this happened. It was a gang fight. Apparently there was some, like, gang in the school to some extent going through, like, some gang in the city, and something happened. There was a gang fight in the school cafeteria going on. I don't know the extent or what happened entirely. I just remember, like, unanimously everyone was saying it was a gang fight. That might be wrong, but a fight to that extent? No way. I don't care if I had 100 friends, like, that you would not have a fight happen that big. It's just if your buddy got jumped. Something's up. I don't know.
Yeah, you got a fucking riot going on in school.
Everybody's standing up, bro. They were forming a union. They said, these cinnamon sticks suck, dude.
No more milk.
No more milk. No more milk. There's something else gross my school had. I can't remember it. Oh, I wish I could remember it. One more thing I have to add. Did I ever tell you guys about the times in, like, 8th grade? I would, like... Okay, so you guys know, like, in public school cafeterias where, like, the apple would be sitting on, like, that little bitty tiny plastic tray individually? You know what I'm talking about? Scott, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little bitty square indent tray. They'll put fruits in it. Yeah, you just take
Divided. It's like divided up.
Yeah. I would take an apple, and I would be like, either I don't want this apple, or pear, whatever it was, but you were forced to take them in our school. Like, you could not get your plate unless you had a fruit, or a vegetable, and a drink. So, I had to get one or the other. So I would get my main food, I would get a fruit or vegetable, and I would get a drink. But whenever I would get the apples in 8th grade, or like a pear or something, I would sit there and I'd take it. This is evil. This is evil. The edges of the plastic tray were very sharp, and I would sit at a group with like these friends I had in 8th grade, and I would peel the like sharp edges off of the side of the tray, little plastic tray, and I would jam them into the apple very hard. And I would also carve the apple with the sides of it. Like I would write, I'd draw dicks. I'd write my name. I'd write messages in it, just like fucking around. But like the specific time I'm thinking of, I just jammed these like each sharp piece of the plastic into the apple. And before we left, I was talking to my buddy. I was like, "Hey, do you want this apple?" He was like,
Oh my god.
he was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I handed him the apple, and he started eating it with like hundreds of sharp pieces of plastic in it. And he made his lip bleed from biting on it too hard.
Oh my god.
I like razor bladed that apple and gave it to him. Hey,
You're like the person on Halloween every grandmother's afraid of.
that's
Or
what I'm saying,
hog
bro.
with
I
you.
mean, you know, I wouldn't trust your children around me either. But I mean, I'm out here, you know, making moves early with these apples. That was like a deep memory that just hit me out of nowhere. Oh, that was good.
I don't think I've ever done anything that evil.
There's something else I remember having this one guy who like we had meatball subs. I don't want to say his name, but you have met him, Matt. If you think hard enough, you'll realize who this is. We had meatball subs one day. This is very mean, and I did not like this. I even told the guy to not do this, even after he did it. We were cool friends. We still kind of are. And he would, like, we had meatball subs. And he had a spoon. And there was this one girl who was kind of like an outcast kind of type in our class. People kind of did fucked up shit around her. It was really mean. I tried my, like, best to, like, be nice to her and, like, make her cheer up a little bit, you know. Like, I was like, yeah, shit's fucked. Like, whenever something... I'll go more in detail about some of the shit people did to her in a sec. But I'm not gonna say names or nothing. But, like... I always tried my best to be nice to her and, like, help her keep her chin up and shit. But at lunch one day, we all went to lunch at the same time in 8th grade in classes. Like, there was a 7th grade and an 8th grade in our middle school. And 8th grade, every class went half the classes went at the same time, and the other half went later, and then half of 7th grade, and the other half of 7th grade. So we went to lunch, and the girl was sitting at a table next to us. And my buddy had a meatball sub, and he had a spoon. And it was like a meatball marinara. I'm talking, these meatballs were sloppy, dude. I'm talking meaty and marinated. They were dirty
nice and
meatballs.
meaty.
This motherfucker
That's how I like 'em.
stuck the meatballs on the spoon and he was like, "Hey guys, watch this." And he would take them and he would hold the spoon back and fling it at her. Like, he did it with, like, there were like 5 meatballs per sub. He was flinging meatballs at her. And she got mad and started bitching and complaining. Got all up in his face and shit. Teachers had to come over and, like, yell at all of us and shit. Oh, it was so bad. I felt so bad. Like, even after it was done, I told the dude, I was like, dude, that's not funny, man. Like, that's actually fucked up.
Like
this
stop, girl.
There really wasn't a reason. She never did anything. Like, she acted out when people would... She stood up for herself, but in a weird way at the same time. But that doesn't, like, justify doing the shit they were doing at all. Like, you know how Bone Boy over there, Dwight, was, like, throwing bones when shit wasn't going his way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was making a public, like, display of the shit happening. She was making sure that people knew she didn't like what was happening to her. I understand that shit. I'd do that shit too. But people just thought it was funny, I guess, and just kept going for it. I don't think I should share any more stories about what she was going through. She's still doing good. I've seen her around. I know she's still fine and doing well. She's found her little friend clique and is doing good, which I'm very happy for. But they treated her like shit in 8th grade. And maybe beyond and before. I don't know. That was the first and only year I've seen her in classes personally, besides seeing her like in the halls and stuff. But they fucking they hated that girl for some reason. She did nothing. But
It's crazy.
that's enough of
Kids
my
are
story.
evil.
Kids are fucking evil, dog.
They are. They can be.
Do you have any other stories of kids being evil? Either of you guys?
Kids being evil.
Or just like any stories in general about I guess we're on school topics. You guys got any more school topics? Like school stories?
I don't remember any of my classmates being
What?
expressly evil, but they were pretty mean. I remember as one time I was standing in line, and usually I just I was in middle school. It was like 6th or 7th grade maybe, and I was just standing in line looking down. So I was very awkward, and I didn't like looking around for some reason. And the girl in front of me, there were two girls in front of me. The one in front of the other girl was just like, you looking at your booty. And then the girl behind her turned around. The girl behind her turned around all sash like, and she was just like, you ugly. And then she walked off. I was just like, what happened?
Hey, Matt, but
What
the real question is, were you looking at her booty?
I was not. I was
Yeah,
looking
you
at my
were. You know,
feet.
good damn well. You
I was looking at
glanced
my
up once or
feet.
twice.
I got a story about a booty, kind of.
All right.
Oh,
So I was going to school in this village, and the school.
Should we describe? I know the village you're talking about. Should we describe that to an extent? I
Hidden
feel
Leaf?
like
I can
there's
just-
like there's a bit of a story behind that. I think we should
I
get a
can
little
just-
in depth with that.
Okay, I can describe it.
Like you don't have to say where it was and shit, but just like
Yeah.
say what it was. This is kind of wild, Matt.
So basically, like, you know, you have your Native like Americans, and they've got villages which they're not like teepees or anything. Like they've got like electricity and shit. But they're just
Typical
like
American houses, kind of.
they're
to an
just like
extent.
small communities of like small houses, usually near like the coast. And
Yeah, like big bodies of water.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I went. My mom like basically got like a job down there, so we went down there, and
You and your 8
There-
brothers and 17 sisters, right?
no, just me.
Oh, what happened to the other kids? They had to fend for
Uh,
themselves?
They were either old enough
Exiled?
to be on their own or living with other parents.
Okay,
okay.
understandable.
So it's just me and my mom. And basically, so this village was like a bigger one. And they had this high school, which was, it was all grades, I think. And there was like a living center. And people would fly their kids up from smaller villages that didn't have like any school like at all. So they'd fly their kids up and they would stay at the living center. So it was like,
It's like a dorm?
yeah, exactly. It's exactly like a big college dorm building with kids from like 12 to like 18,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. And yeah, I had like my own dorm and shit in the girls' wing, cause it was right next to my mom's. so, so that was
So
pretty cool.
Wait, you were in the girls' dorm?
Yeah, I was in the girls' dorm. And y'all had. Oh yeah,
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Did they take a liking to Daddy Long Dick? That we're talking about children.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, there was, like I said, it was like. It probably wasn't 12. It was probably like 14 to 18 or something. I think there was. I think there was a certain age that you had to be to live in the dorms. But yeah, it was pretty good. Like they made real food instead of like the school was like right down the block.
Yeah.
And they made like real food. They had like a pool table. They had like basketball court, all that. But yeah, anyways. So I'm going to school there. And I pretty much had like two friends. It's this guy and this girl. And we're going to another class. It's like down the hall. And she's in front of me. And like the teacher's like off to the side, like walking down the hall and stuff. And I go to. She's got like a pencil in the back of her pocket, like of her jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to grab the pencil in the back of her pocket, and I like grab it and shit. And like the teacher sees me doing that, and he thinks I'm like grabbing her ass. So he grabs me, and he like throws me up against
you.
He throws me up against the locker.
Holy shit!
Like
oh
he
my
like,
God.
like a Yakuza
Like a-
Heat action.
like I'm literally like I'm like 13 or 12 or something, and he's like fucking holding me up against the lockers.
He's
And
like yelling in your face.
and he's fucking screaming at me. He's like, "Don't you ever do that to women again. Don't you ever treat women like that. You hear me?"
Don't ever touch my princess.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
ever do it.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, things are a little different down here. Jeez.
Wait, what does that mean, Scott? What does that mean?
like in the village.
Wait, no, it doesn't mean. That's not what I'm saying. What are you talking about? Things are different.
Yeah, I got like spanked.
Different in the
I got
village.
spanked in that school. I got spanked.
Oh, I thought you meant you were freely grabbing ass at the other school you went to.
I wasn't trying to grab her ass. I was trying to take the pencil.
Why did you need the pencil? You're walking
Yeah,
down
why
the
are you trying to
hall,
take-
though. You know good and damn well you were trying to grab her ass.
Okay, maybe I tried to get the pencil. My hand slipped and cupped something, but
Maybe my hand slipped and went inside of her pants from the top through the belt.
Maybe I violated her.
but shit.
Maybe.
But I wanted the pencil in my heart.
Shit.
Okay.
She tried to say something or something, but like this guy was fucking screaming at me, and I'm pinned
He was
against
like
the locker.
punching
I'm
the
like,
lockers next to you, like slamming them so hard.
I'm just a
got
kid. I'm
indents.
like scared for my life.
Did you pee your pants?
I didn't pee my pants.
Were you slightly erect from grabbing a girl's buttocks?
I was half chub.
While you were
Slightly
getting
and
erect
yelled
from a
at.
man picking you up and slamming you.
And then
Maybe
full
that's
chub.
what set you off.
Full
Yeah,
chub
maybe.
after the slam.
If you yell anymore, I might come, please.
Stop!
With semen dripping down my leg, fear overtook my body. Jesus, bro.
Yeah, that shit.
It's like a Twilight novel.
Yeah.
Laser's gonna love this podcast.
He's gonna love it. You better edit this shit by next week, though. Should we date this so that way we can tell if he finished editing it or not on time?
Yeah.
It is currently 12. It is December 3rd, 2021 at 2:28 a.m. Central Time.
Am I allowed to take a pee?
Yeah. We can take a little break.
I'm just
I
gonna.
can tell my spanking story.
Okay,
while you're gone.
Yeah,
It'll take
yeah.
me-
We'll
it'll
just
take
keep,
me like
we'll
10
keep
seconds.
it rolling.
Okay.
10 seconds? Wait. Is your bathroom in your room, bro?
You got the piss bucket.
Oh, leave that in, Louise. Now, what you want to talk about while we're
Disgusting.
going?
He
What-
mentioned
what's,
spanking in the village, and it reminded me of when I used to get spanked at my daycare by a very large man. I won't say his name. We'll call him Big Iron.
Big John.
Big John.
Big
The
John.
fucking Big John was a very angry man all the time. If you saw him,
Yeah.
it was because you were in trouble. You got in trouble for anything at this daycare. You fucking
Wait, it's
you talk too
daycare?
much.
I thought you said it was like 5th
Yeah,
grade.
it's daycare. It's daycare. I'm getting,
How do you
I'm getting
remember
spanked at
this?
daycare. I stayed there for a very long time
Oh,
until I was maybe
Luis.
like 8 or 7.
What the fuck, Doc? You should have been in 2nd grade. What?
I mean, it was like an after daycare, like after school care. Yeah.
Getting spanked?
Yeah, Big Irons.
Detective Irons from fucking Resident Evil. That guy. Yeah, if you know him, the big fat dude with the mustache. That guy was slapping Matt on the booty, apparently.
Yeah, I had brought a toy. It was a Mr. Freeze toy from the Batman animated series. One of my favorite toys at the time. And
As any
one
kid
of
would have.
the one of the assistants saw me, and she was just like, "Go to Mr. Press." Oh, almost said his name. You gotta bleep that out.
I mean,
He's
you didn't
probably
say his
dead
whole
by
name.
now.
Who cares? Besides, no one's gonna figure out who they were.
Yeah. Hey.
Why? All right. I didn't mean say his name.
Oh.
You might need to bleep that out,
Wow.
Louis. I
Okay,
didn't mean
bleep
say
that
his
out.
name. I meant no
His
one's
first
gonna
name
figure it out
was-
from like
Okay.
start reading out social
I mean-
security number. Whoa.
Probably old as fuck.
7364.
Okay. Big Irons.
Yeah, fucking.
The assistant is just like, "Go to Big Irons right now." And I walk down the long hallway to his office, knock on the door. "Come in," he says. I open the door. Mr. Big Irons is sitting there. And I show him my toy, and he already knows. He gets up, opens his big ass drawer that he has on the wall, and pulls out the paddle.
Oh, no.
This fucking
The
thing.
long paddle.
The long paddle. He pulls out his big iron.
What?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus, fucking big iron. You've been
And
bad,
this thing
boy.
was made for beating kids. Like, it even had holes in it, so it had no wind resistance.
Oh, my
It
God.
was like,
He's like talking
And-
to you before he does it. He's like looking at it, rubbing his hand through it. He's like, "You see, Matthew,
"You've been a bad
this
boy."
thing was made for efficiency." It slams on the desk. Do you know what it's gonna do to you? You
Lord.
look at him with your eyes sparkling.
No.
No, sir. No, I don't know. What is it gonna do? No. Continue the story.
Goes, fucking, Big Irons was infamous at the daycare for taking every toy a kid brought, and he had a huge shelf just lined with all types of toys.
Oh,
fucking
my God.
McDonald's toys, Christmas toys that a kid may have brought.
Was he like a collector?
Honestly, yeah, it was like Funko figures, but children's toys just sitting on a shelf, and he had so many. And I gave the Mr. Frozone, not Frozen, Mr. Freeze. I gave the Mr. Freeze to him, and then he just fucking went to town. I believe he gave a certain amount of pops for what you did. If you brought a toy, that was like 7 pops.
7?
Whoa! What
the
the
Yeah.
fuck?
Like full
That
force?
shit.
Like was this dude like trying to break something?
Pretty hard, like hard enough to make you cry on the first one.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
That shit
Why?
was horrible.
Schools can't legally do that anywhere unless at least I know in the state we live in, it was like schools can't do that unless the parents give permission.
I guess every
they
parent
weren't-
at that daycare gave permission.
No,
They
like
weren't-
your parent has to. So your
I have some
mom,
words from my mother for
your-
allowing that.
your
They weren't
fucking
allowed to do it
mom-
in my school either, and I got fucking spanked. I was like 12, 13 years old.
You were 13 getting spanked, bro. They were kinky at your school.
They were
dog.
fucking.
That was like
spanking.
not even for punishment. That was just like pleasure at that point.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
was
spank
a,
a 13-year-old.
was a female.
It's a little too old.
People are gonna think we're like pro spankers now. I only spank.
Sometimes a kid needs a good
I only
beating.
spank whoever I'm in bed with. Predominantly Scott's mother. I'm not gonna say her name. I almost said
That's
her
not
name.
funny.
Laura.
That is not her name, and it is very funny. Your mother is a lovely woman, and she is a fucking freak in the bed, baby.
No one thinks that's funny.
No one's. Well, I don't care. I'm just saying how I feel about your
Put
mother.
the big iron paddle on her.
He's a big iron paddle.
Iron.
I whip out that thing. I tell her, baby, I learned this secret trick from a friend. I get my power drill out. I drill a hole. I said, no fucking air resistance, baby. She's like, oh. She bites her finger. Oh. And she fucking go, "Wha-pow! Wha-pow! Wha-pow!" And she's like screaming, eat shit. Ow! Ow! Ow!
You can't forget the whistles on the paddle. Big iron had whistles into the air.
What the fuck? Whistles. Jeez.
The paddle had holes in it.
Yeah, I
so
think a
it's
whistle.
like
If he's slamming, if he's hitting it that hard, that's like force. That's a lot of fucking force. If that's whistling,
he was old as hell too. I'm surprised he had that force in him.
like how old was he?
Was it just a paddle? Or did
Uh,
he have other tools of torture?
I only ever got the paddle. Maybe he did. I
Nipple
don't know.
clamps, pliers, power
boy.
drills,
Big ball gag.
rope.
But yeah, that's all he had, and he was maybe he looked old to me because I was a child, but he looked to be at least like 70.
70 years old, fucking beating the hell out of people.
This
It
is
sounds
what
like if
I
he
was
would have hit you
born
one more
for.
time. If he would have hit you one more time, I feel like Casper would have came out of your body. You know what I mean?
Fuck. Something would have came
Oh.
out.
He was 7 years old.
Yeah, I was 7 years old.
It's like, hey,
That's a.
Are
are you ready for a sexual awakening, boy?
This is the pedo podcast right here.
Jesus Christ. We have said things I do not condone, such as Scott's mother.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't.
Scott, you want to interject?
Yeah, you're stupid.
What? Kick him off the pod. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All right.
You
I
fuck
don't.
you.
I don't like that. Scott, you're gonna resume this podcast right now. You're gonna make it look good for me and Matt. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know your place, man.
Anyways, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. We'll have some more content out soon. Yeah, it was fun, everybody, but we gotta get going. Say goodbye, Scott.
Bye. See ya.
See y'all later.
Sayonara. I want to taste you.